Hello students, today I am going to explain you a new poem from your first flight book. The name of the poem is The Tiger in the Zoo and it is written by Leslie Norris. This poem starts with a description of a tiger that is very beautiful and is walking in the cage. Of course, the tiger is supposed to be in the jungle, but here the poet talks about a tiger who is confined. He is unhappy and he is quite angry. Poet also talks about the beautiful stripes on the skin of the tiger. He also talks about the velvet-like soft paws of the tiger and says that if the tiger was not confined to the zoo, he would have been hiding himself behind the long grass near some water body like a pond or a river in order to catch its prey, that is deer or any other animal. Also, he would have terrorized the residents of village around the forest area, but the reality here is totally different. It's just opposite to the condition of the tiger. He was confined in a cage which was made of strong building materials, and he was helpless there. He could not show his power to the visitor, therefore tried to terrorize them. The tiger is described as being powerless and agonized by the poet. He says that during night also he is alone, hearing the voice of the patrolling vehicles of police and looking at the stars. The cage life has totally changed the personality of the tiger. The poet is trying to say that the animal which is famous for its fearlessness and freedom is confined and sad due to human beings who want to derive pleasure by looking at him in the zoo cage. Now I am going to explain the first stanza of the poem. It says, he stalked in his vivid stripes, the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet rig. Now in the beginning of the poem, the tiger talks about a confined tiger who is in the zoo and moves around in the cage under his bright color skin. He further says that the tiger can take only few steps. The area of the cage is very small and it is not easy for the tiger to move in it. One cannot hear his footsteps as his feet are very soft like velvet, because of which there is no sound of the tiger's footstep. The tiger tries to control his anger but quietly walks in a limited area of this cage. He is angry because he is not free, and that is not the nature of a tiger. Now I am going to tell you the rhyming scheme and the literary devices of the poem. The rhyming scheme is ABCB. Now the literary device which is used here is personification, as the tiger is personified as the poet refers him as he. Metaphor is used because the tiger's paws are compared with velvet. It says pads of velvet. Next is enjambment. The sentence is continuing to the line without any punctuation mark. Imagery, because poet tries to create an image about the tiger. As he says, he stalks in his vivid stripes a few steps of his cage. Next is consonants. The use of S sound like stalks, his, stripes are repeated. There is assonance also, because we can see the use of vowel sound I in this vivid stripe. Oxymoron, because oxymoron shows the use of adjective opposite in meaning. In the next stanza, the poet says, he should be lurking in the shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plum deer pass. Now here the word lurking means to be hidden as to wait for your prey. Now the poet Leslie Norris says, the tiger was free. He would have hid himself behind the long grass near the water bodies so that he could easily catch its prey, can be deer or other animals, in order to have it as its food. Basically, the poet wants to say that actual life of the tiger is to live in the jungle where he could catch its prey and eat it, but the tiger is in cage where he could not hunt or prowl. The rhyming scheme in this passage also is AB, CB. In the second and third line, there is enjambment, where you can see that the line continues to the next line without any punctuation mark. The use of sound P at the start of two words, plump and pass, shows alliteration. There is imagery too, as the poet has tried to create an image of a tiger activities, just like in lurking in shadow. I hope the explanation is clear to you. We'll be continuing the rest of the part of